welcome to Two Primis on Pod. This is Rishita, and here I am. Nice to meet you with Mahima.
Hey guys, this is Mahima. Welcome to Two Premies in a Pod and welcome to our first podcast. Um, we thought of creating this podcast to share how, like, the ups and downs of our lives between Spain and India. Both of us have lived in Spain for a substantial amount of time, and in India, in Bombay specifically, for a very substantial amount of time. And both of us have had crazy experiences, because we don't really feel like we're fully Indian, nor do we feel like we're fully Spanish. We're just somewhere in the middle. And I think living with that identity crisis has invited a lot of different types of people, different type of experiences, and a lot of learnings. So let me start with asking Rishita, how did you get to moving to India?
So, I think we have a pretty similar childhood, me and you. We've been neighbors. We've been neighbors till 2007, till I moved to India.
Yeah.
I was born over there in Spain in 99, and then I lived there until 2007. We went to same schools and everything together.
Yeah.
And then in 2007, actually, the Great Recession of Spain came in. So my parents had to move to India, and that's how it was. So in 2007, I moved to Mumbai, and it was completely new for me. Like I have never lived over here, and I'm still a kid. Like people usually start their childhood and they grow like 100%, but mine like 50%. I'm already not 50, but a bit. I've already grown. So my
Yeah,
mind was already evolving in Spain, and now to come to India was a bit of a not bit a huge change for me.
for sure.
So
Yeah,
this
I can
was
imagine.
yeah, and then since you were my neighbor, I actually really did miss you. Like
Dude,
I cried the hell out.
when you left, I remember the day like you had your flight. My dad came to pick me up from school because obviously I wanted to see you off. And like when you left, bro, 3 days, I was a mess. I was crying. I was not talking to anyone. I was not eating. I was like, no, this cannot be. Like, this cannot be happening.
But I think since then we've had difficult saying goodbyes in our life. I cannot say a goodbye.
Without
Like
crying, for me at least. I can't like say bye without crying now.
same. Like I cannot say goodbye. Goodbye for me are really emotional. I think I've said
Yeah.
too many. And then
Yeah, no,
too
that's so true.
crucial, too many nice people in it. Yeah, it's hard. And
Yeah.
you? When did you leave actually? You left after me, but I don't know how and why.
You left in 2007. Then I left 2 years after you. I'm not really sure of the exact year, but I left 2 years after you. I think two, 1.5, 2 years for the exact same reason.
I know that you skipped a standard. Like you
Yeah. In school, what happened? I think, I don't know which grade I skipped. I was too smart apparently. I was doing well in school. So we were in the same class. Okay. So we were in the same class. And suddenly one day, like summer's over and like, school is starting again. And suddenly, like, we are being taken to do different classes. And I remember you were like, you lost your shit. You were like, no,
crying.
no, 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 no. Why are we not going in the same class? At least not in, we're not even the same grade anymore.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. So I skipped, I think it was fourth or fifth grade, like from second or third, I skipped one and then I directly went to the other one. Um, so that's why academically, I was always a year higher. Even when I was in India, I was academically a year higher, but my age was like lower.
We're still together, but you're still 1 year somehow. You're 1 year elder to me.
We like academically or actually?
Academically.
Yeah,
You're
academically, yeah, dude. Even my cousin, one of my cousins who's born the same year as us, she's born in August, but academically she was a year younger to me. Even though like I'm just like 3 or 4 months elder to her, so it's probably because of this promotion that I got in school. But yeah, to start, how this all happened. So I was, Riddhi and I were born, Rishita, sorry, Rishita and I were born. Rishita and I were born in the same hospital in Gran Canaria in 1999. We just made it like, before the 90s, but otherwise we would have been 2000 babies. And then we were simply born there. When everyone asks me like, oh, where were you born? I'm like, I was just born in Gran Canaria. I have nothing to do with it. Like, I just was born and 10 days I flew here. So this is like Lanzarote was my life. And from like Rishita and I have been neighbors, as Rishita mentioned, and we used to go to school together. We used to do everything together. And then after Rishita left in 2007, even I left in 2009 because of the recession that Spain, Portugal, and Italy were facing. I think these three countries were facing it. And yeah, when I went to India, I didn't go to a school. Like I didn't go to like a day school and come back home. I went to a boarding school.
Direct. To even directly.
I went directly, dude, because like like the planning that my family was doing is that they'll stay here while we are in boarding school, so they can like figure stuff out here because it was a sudden move, not to go. So it wasn't just easy. Okay, let's just go to day school there and everything. We had to figure a lot of stuff out. So you're like, okay, boarding school, but like even like boarding school, like
It
first it
was
sounded
so
very nice.
because I think in India, going to a boarding school is like, okay, now you've gone out of hand, you deserve to be in a boarding school, isn't like, I don't know.
No, it was like it was
But because I
crazy.
was a kid, I used to think that.
I know a lot of things. A lot of people thought like parents sent their kids to boarding school as a punishment, but
But
like at least me and my
also, like,
brother.
in my parents used to keep on telling me, like, not me, but for my sister, let's send her to boarding school, and she's got it out of hand. And I'm like,
But like I still get that, and like I still get how parents send their kids to boarding school as a punishment. But for us, we knew it wasn't like a punishment. Like we didn't do nothing wrong. We were just like, okay, we're just going to do this. And we knew some like family members, like extended family members who were also in boarding school. So we just got like kind of like like we had an idea of how it's going to be, what it's going to be like, and everything. Me and my brother went to boarding school, and like it's one thing going changing countries, but it's one thing just changing your whole living situation because at least you're with your parents, like at least you're with one of your parents, right? When you moved, let's say when you moved in 2007, at least I think you were with your mom and your dad was here. But me and my brother, fully nothing. Only Saturday, Sunday we had to say like hello to our parents and like go wake up at 5 in the morning. And you know what? We'll talk about this more, but I just want to say it. But like I had Marathi in school. I don't know anything. I still don't know Marathi. I think even you had Marathi.
I had Marathi, but I cannot speak a word of
Even
Marathi.
I don't even understand Marathi. So
I probably will a bit, but I cannot speak just with my like it's the same for my mother tongue. I don't speak Punjabi, but I understand Punjabi. I don't speak Sindhi. Do you speak Sindhi?
a little bit, like very
I
little.
don't. I don't speak Sindhi. I don't. I understand both of them, and I can't speak. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Even my mom also, she's like, how do you not know Sindhi? Because my brother, he's fluent in Sindhi. He can speak fluent, like perfectly. He talks to my grandmom, my aunts, and everything fluently in Sindhi. But I don't know. I just never
Even when it comes
got
to
that.
Hindi, I started writing. We knew how to speak over there, but we did not know how to write Hindi. So
Right. Yeah. Yeah,
so
that's true.
I learned it when I came here in 2007.
Weirdly, because just another fact about us, every summer vacations, I think even you used to go to India for 3 months, would you?
Every
Every 3 months. Even my family would go to India for 3 months. Literally, the day school would get over, my
like
mom would call the principal. Okay, this day school's getting over. Okay, same night we'll take a flight, or next morning we're gonna take the flight to India. Like that's how it was. And my nanny, like our nanny, she just thought it would be good for me and my brother to at least learn how to write and read Hindi, because we had like when at that point we had no intention of moving here to like moving to India. But my nanny was like, okay, you should learn it because the tuition teacher was just in the same building as us.
Mhm.
So we learned it essay, like, okay, we know it now. But never in our lives did we think that, okay, this would actually be useful for us. So that
Interesting.
was that was crazy.
Then I love learning languages. I don't know where did that come from. I love learning language. I'm currently learning German.
Yeah. But German is one of the hardest languages to learn. So best of luck to you.
Means Chinese. People say that, but I don't know. Like, every language is a hard language to learn unless you're living in that country. For example,
True,
my Spanish only improved because I was living in Spain.
true.
Like when I was in India, I lost touch with the language like totally for almost 10 years, except for the months that I used to go there. Did have practice, but I was still like not really socializing because there was no point.
Yeah, and you also feel like, okay, you don't know the language so well, so like you feel a bit embarrassed, right? Ashamed, like, okay, I am from here, but I'm really not. Like this is the point of this, because we just felt like somewhere in the middle, like, every summer, like from when we would study in India, every summer even I would come here for the residence card thing, and I was like I have friends but I don't, I speak the language but I don't, like where am I, it's like you're, because you study in India, then you have your Indian friends, you feel so connected to them, but every year 3 months you would come here and you're like, what do I do, like. So yeah, this is actually like what we are discussing now is actually the point of this, because we were like, where are we are just somewhere in the middle, but yeah.
And yes, guys, this is us. And we wanted to welcome you to the first podcast.
Yes, and
And yeah,
super excited to take everyone along in this journey. I'm sure there are many Indian origin
stories.
people abroad. Huh?
Yeah, there are gonna be many stories, definitely. And I would love to
Yeah.
hear.
And we just thought we should share ours, because why not?
So, guys, cheers. This is where we end our first podcast.
We'll
Welcome.
see you for the next one. Ciao, ciao. Happy chai drinking to Rishita.
Bye.
Okay. Ciao, ciao.